The second round of the 2025 UIM-ABP Aquabike World Championship took place at the Regione Sardegna Grand Prix of Italy in Olbia. Celebrating its 7th edition, the event once again brought together the Aquabike racing family at its traditional venue, where riders, teams and families reunited for a weekend of world-class competition.
Yeah, I'm very happy to come back in Olbia. I love this condition. It's a very hard condition on the race. 25 people, so I think it will be the very difficult race. It will be sure the big battle.
Olbia, located on the northeastern coast of Sardinia, is renowned for its crystal clear waters, scenic harbors, and welcoming Mediterranean atmosphere. Combining natural beauty with vibrant local culture, the city offers the perfect backdrop for high-speed aquabike racing and world-class sporting events. With strong winds, challenging waves, and a passionate crowd lining the shores, the Regione Sardegna Grand Prix of Italy will surely confirm once again Olbia's reputation as one of the most exciting venues on the aquabike calendar. Under the sponsorship of Tenute Gregu, riders were treated to a visit to the renowned vineyard, followed by a cooking class experience and a taste of authentic Italian cuisine. Participation reached impressive levels, with 145 riders from multiple nations competing across all categories, including Ski Division GP1, Ski Ladies GP1, Ski GP2, GP3 and GP4, Runabout GP1, Runabout GP2 and GP4, Runabout GP4 Ladies, and Freestyle. This year's course presented a new challenge compared to previous editions. The races featured a rolling start instead of the traditional pontoon start, beginning from the opposite side of the harbor. Despite the change, Olbia's famously rough waters and technical split sections once again delivered thrilling racing action throughout the weekend, ensuring another unforgettable chapter in the championship's history.
It's of course a different track. It's a more high-speed track. You can have more throttle around the course, because the old track, it was a lot more choppy because it was in the marina. So here it's, I think it's a little bit less waves, but I think it's more opportunities for passing, because in also the track and not only the splits. So I think it's a really good track.
In this program, we bring you all the action from the ski division competitions. A total of 26 riders lined up in the Ski GP1 category, all aiming for success in Olbia. At the top of the standings stood Oliver Koch Hansen, following an excellent performance in Indonesia. The Danish rider was determined to defend his position and maintain consistency, while keeping a close eye on Jeremy Perret, his closest rival.
I feel exciting, I feel ready. My expectation is to keep the lead. I know that last time we was in Indonesia, there was many people that was out of the race, so for me I just need to be consistent here and be in the top. I don't need to win, I just need to be in front of Jeremy and keep him behind for the rest of the season. And if I can do that, hopefully it's going to be me this year.
The Perret brothers were back in action together after some time away. Jeremy Perret arrived in Olbia second in the standings, right behind Hansen, while Morgan Perret made his return to racing after a long injury layoff.
I'm very happy to be here again. It's first race after my accident in Hungary, so I'm very happy to be race, and let's go. We will see.
Mikel Perret, on the other hand, struggled in Indonesia and came to Olbia focused on testing his pace and rebuilding confidence.
I break in Indonesia, so for me the World Champion it's over. And I pretty did a good year. I win the European title in front of Quinton and Oliver. So we have a very great battle. So I just came here to enjoy. I don't train so much, but I have a good jet ski, so I have the speed. Still here at 40 years old. So
reigning world champion Quinten Bosch endured a difficult weekend in Indonesia with 2 mechanical failures and back-to-back motos. Although his title hopes appeared slim, the Belgian rider remained determined to secure a strong result in Olbia.
Yeah, the race in Indonesia was not what I expected. We had some issues with the ski. We built it in 3 days because, you know, we were a little bit late. And yeah, it just didn't go our way. So yeah, I didn't finish Moto 2 or Moto 3. Yeah, very disappointed, you know, especially because we had the pace to win. And yeah, let's hope we can turn it around and do better this weekend.
Other notable names included Jonny Hamlin, who claimed a podium finish in Indonesia, Kevin Ryderer making his long-awaited return to racing, and Toshi Ohara, who also impressed in the season opener. Anthony Bernot from Belgium, Matteo Benini from Italy, and Nizar Abdul-Jadail from Saudi Arabia were also among the riders to watch in this fiercely competitive category. Preparations are done and the riders are taking to the water. It's time for Moto 1. Quentin Bosch sits in pole position with Matteo Benini in P2, Jeremy Perret in P3, Kevin Ryder in P4, and Anthony Bernot in P5. Right off the rolling start, Bosch gets a flying start, and so does Jeremy Perret, overtaking Benini. Quentin Bosch takes the whole shot and leads the rest of the riders down the course. Anthony Bernot now makes a move behind Bosch, followed by Jeremy Perret. And right behind them, and out of nowhere, Oliver Koch-Hansen cuts in between Ryder and Benini to overtake both riders. Riders now head toward the split section with Bosch leading the pack. At the split section, Benini loses control and stumbles, but just about manages to stay on his ski. Hamlin takes advantage and overtakes the Italian rider. Bosch comes out of the first split and is the clear leader. At the end of the start lap, Bosch is the leader with Jeremy Perret in second, Koch-Hansen in third, Bernot in fourth, and Michael Perret fifth. Hamlin sits in sixth and Sato in seventh. On the following lap, Bosch retains his lead, but Jeremy Perret and Koch-Hansen are less than a second apart. Meanwhile, Michael Perret passes Bernot and moves up to fourth position. Hamlin is also close behind Bernot and looking for his opportunity to overtake. Bosch is in the lead and enjoying the clear water ahead of him, but just behind Jeremy Perret and Oliver Koch-Hansen are locked in a battle for second. Now on the third lap and at the split section, and Koch-Hansen finally has the momentum to overtake Jeremy Perret and move into P2. On lap 5, Johnny Hamlin suddenly loses power to his jet ski, and while he manages to continue the race, it costs him 6 positions, and he's now down in 12. On lap 7, Toshi Ohara now finds his speed and overtakes Bernot at the end of the split section to claim 5th position. But on the very next lap, it's now Ohara with engine trouble, who has to slow down and watch Kevin Ryder claim 5th position. At the end of the moto, it's Quentin Bosch that triumphs. The Belgian doesn't look back after the whole shot and claims the first moto win in Olbia. Oliver Koch-Hansen is second, Jeremy Perret third, Michael Perret fourth, and Kevin Ryder fifth.
Honestly, it feels a little bit sour. We left many points back in Indonesia. What can I say? Whole shooting and winning by such a margin is a little bit unheard of. So I'm extremely happy. Our boat is working extremely well. I'm extremely fit. So the only thing I can do from now on is gather as much points as possible and hope for the best.
Later on day 1, riders were out on the parade lap and getting ready for Moto 2. And the flag is down and the race is on, with Michael Perret making an excellent start and storming into first place. Quentin Bosch gives chase from the second position. Meanwhile, Ryder and Koch-Hansen are fighting for third spot, with both riders going to the outside split. Coming out of the split section, it's Michael Perret in first, with Bosch second and Koch-Hansen third. Jeremy Perret is fourth and Kevin Ryder fifth. Will Bosch be able to outmaneuver Michael Perret? On the first lap and back at the split section, Bosch goes on the inside split and Michael on the outside, and as they merge back together, the Belgian has done it. He overtakes Michael and takes the lead. At the start of the third lap, Koch-Hansen has to take the penalty buoy, and seeing the opportunity, Jeremy Perret makes his move, followed by Kevin Ryder. Koch-Hansen is now fifth, a costly move for the Dane. At the start of the fifth lap, Quentin Bosch is in the lead, but all of a sudden his engine stops. The Belgian rider can't get it running again. Bosch is unable to continue and has to retire from Moto 2. What a shame for the leader. That put Michael Perret in the lead, but can the French rider hold on? On the following lap, it's now Kevin Ryder who has to go for the penalty buoy, and Koch-Hansen now reciprocates and moves up to third. Toshi Ohara follows the pair in fifth position. On lap 8, Oliver Koch-Hansen is now pressing for second position and is hot on the heels of Jeremy Perret. At the split section, riders go to opposite sides, and as they merge, the Dane has done it. He now sits in P2. Koch-Hansen has found his rhythm and now goes after Mikael Perret. On the following lap, they are side by side at the split section, but Perret just about manages to hold off Koch-Hansen to protect his lead. Entering into the final lap, Koch-Hansen is riding hard and challenging Perret again for the lead. As they merge, Perret still has the lead, but disaster for Koch-Hansen as he loses control and ends up in the water. And with that, Mikael Perret wins Moto 2, and Kevin Ryder comes in second with Jeremy Perret in third. Toshio Hara is fourth, and Oliver Koch-Hansen recovers to finish fifth.
Then Quinton, I make a mistake, I go in the wrong split. Then Quinton passed me, but he was anyway faster than me. Then he got trouble, and I tried to manage my first place. Jeremy was behind me, I can manage pretty well. And when Oliver passed Jeremy, it's become harder. I have to put some gas, then I win the race, so that's crazy. I'm very disappointed because I break during the pole position. It was bad for me for the weekend, but now I think I'm still in a race to win the Grand Prix, so let's see tomorrow it's working, and I think I have the speed to win. So let's do that tomorrow.
A total of 10 riders lined up in the Ski Ladies GP1 category, ready to battle for the top positions in Olbia. Leading the standings was Jasmini Praus from Estonia, who arrived in Sardinia with a new ski and high hopes of securing another strong Grand Prix result.
Yes, we won the GP of Indonesia. No race wins there. Somehow we ended up P1 on the podium. Happy with that, but coming here we're down to earth. Just want to drive well. We have a new ski. Hopefully it works, it looks nice, I feel very safe driving it, so I'm positive and definitely we're gonna take the maximum out of it.
Just 1 point behind her stood Estelle Perret from France, eager to challenge for victory and close the gap at the top of the table.
Yeah, my expectation, I think like all the riders is to win. I'm trained for that and I will do all I can to win this Grand Prix of Olbia.
From Norway, Benedikt Dranja had shown impressive speed in Indonesia before a crash in the final moto forced her to retire with a broken hand. Now, fully recovered, she returns to racing in Olbia, ready to prove her strength once again.
Indonesia, I was leading the whole thing, had 2 P1s, went into the third moto, got into a crash, I broke my hand, I was injured in the leg, but everything has grown now, so I'm back into shape. So my expectation for Olbia is to continue my streak from Indonesia, except for the crash parts, and I will go for the victory here also.
Several new faces joined the lineup this round, including Eloise Delcluse from France and Siri Salonen from Finland.
Oh, I love these girls. They are so fast and I love to ride with her. This race is organized really good and there is a lot of racers, so it's really nice to see everyone here.
Other riders to watch included Naomi Benini, Virginie Morlaes and Sophie Borgstrom, all looking to make their mark in one of the most competitive women's fields of the season. Preparations are complete and the Ski Ladies are heading to the water for their first race of the weekend. Engines are revving, tension is high, it's time for Moto 1. Jasmini Praus lines up on pole position after a strong qualifying session with Estelle Perret beside her in P2, Virginie Morlaes in P3, Benedikt Dranja in P4 and Naomi Benini in P5. And the flag drops and it's a clean start from the front row. Praus reacts fastest and charges ahead, taking the whole shot. Perret gets a great launch and slots into second position, keeping close pressure on the Estonian rider. The riders head through the split section for the first time, carving clean lines through the turns. Praus comes out first, maintaining control at the front of the pack. Perret in second, Dranja third, Delcluse fourth, and Morlaes fifth. The field begins to spread lightly, but the battle for second place intensifies. Perret and Dranja are neck and neck, each pushing hard and looking for a mistake. By lap 5, Dranja finds her speed and confidence. On the parallel section, she carries more momentum through the turns and successfully overtakes Perret to move up into second. Naomi Benini has some bad luck and loses her balance, plunging into the water. She quickly remounts but drops several positions, falling back to 10th. Out front, Ypres continues to set a strong pace. As they enter the final lap, she has a small scare, catching a bump and nearly losing control, but she recovers instantly. Drania closes in, but there's not enough time to challenge for the lead. Yasmini Prouse holds firm to take a well-earned victory in Moto 1. Drania finishes second, Perret third, Delcluse fourth, and Morlaes fifth.
So yeah, Moto 1 done. It was a tight race. Me, Estelle, Benedict, all together there pushing. I tried to play it safe, not make any mistakes. There was a lot of traffic in the last lap in my split and a white water that makes it a bit slippery. So I made a small mistake, but at the end I still managed to take the win. So the second moto is definitely going to be a tough one, but I'm excited and looks like we have some speed for the start as well.
The riders return to the water later in the afternoon for Moto 2. The wind is picked up slightly, creating a few more waves on the surface. Conditions are tricky, but spirits are high. As the flag drops, Benedict Drania launches off the line perfectly. She accelerates hard down the straight and takes the whole shot with Ypres and Perret close behind. The pack charges toward the split section, each rider trying to gain ground early. Drania exits the parallel section first, riding smooth and composed. Behind her, Ypres fights to keep her ski stable while Perret closes in fast. The French rider makes a smart move on the next lap, taking the outside section through the split and overtaking Ypres to move into second. That means it's Drania in first, Perret in second, and Ypres in third. Further back, Delcluse and Morlaes are having their own battle for fourth. Both are consistent and pushing hard, matching each other's pace lap after lap. Drania remains out front, finding her rhythm and extending her lead slightly each lap. In the closing stages, the top three maintain their positions. Drania continues her flawless run and crosses the line first, claiming victory in Moto 2. Perret takes a strong second-place finish. Ypres follows in third, with Delcluse and Morlaes rounding out the top five.
It was a really good race. I had an excellent start. I took the whole shot. I got a little gap and I kept it, but Estelle was pushing from behind and it was a tough moto, but I'm really happy with the victory and I really need the points for the championship. So.
Alongside the Ski GP1 class, the Ski GP2 and GP3 categories also delivered thrilling battles throughout the weekend. In Ski GP2, Matthias Reinas dominated the field, winning all three motos to secure overall victory. Fellow Estonian Carl Josep Steinberg claimed second place with consistent performances across the heats, while Csongor Jászai from Hungary rounded out the podium in third. In Ski GP3, it was Csongor Jászai who took charge, climbing to the top of the championship standings after winning Motos 2 and 3. Dorian Jakopanic from Croatia finished second overall with a victory in Moto 1 and two strong runner-up finishes, while Manuel Leite of Portugal completed the top three with another solid performance. In the ski division GP4, French rider Baptiste Calmels was on top of the podium. Second place went to Estonian rider Ander Hubert Laurie, and third place goes to Marcus Elrak from Hungary. The final moto of the weekend is set to decide the GP overall. The atmosphere around the circuit is electric as the riders take their positions. Every point matters now. As the flag drops, it's Virginie Morlaes with an incredible start. She rockets off the line and takes the whole shot into the first corner. Drania and Perret chase her closely as they power through the opening section. Out of the parallel, Morlaes is still in front, showing impressive speed and control. She continues to lead into the second lap, riding at her limit, while the field stays tight behind her, with Drania in second, Perret in third, and Delcluse in fourth. Midway through the race, Morlaes hits a rough patch of water and loses balance. She crashes out of the lead, allowing Drania, Perret, and Delcluse to move past. Morlaes promptly recovers but drops to fourth. Drania now leads with Perret right behind her and Delcluse in third. The two front runners are pushing hard, separated by less than a second. Poré applies pressure, looking for a way through, but Dranje keeps her cool and defends perfectly. Lap after lap, she maintains control, never putting a foot wrong. As the final lap begins, Dranje stays strong and brings it home to win Moto 3 and secures the GP overall victory. Poré finishes second, Delcluse third, Morlaish fourth, and Salonen fifth. In the overall GP results, Benedict Dranje gets the top spot on the podium, flanked by Estelle Poré in second and Eloise Delcluse third in her very first race.
It was a good race. I did not have the best start. I came out as number two. I saw that Virginia had some problems. I got past her and Estelle was pushing hard from behind, but I managed to keep her off, and it was a victory, and it's my first World Championship Grand Prix victory, so I'm super happy about it, finally.
In the Riders' Championship standings, Estelle Poré leads with 129 points, and Benedict Dranje is close behind with 122 points, and Yasmini Praus is third with 121 points. It's finally time for Moto 3. Can Mikael Poré win Moto 3 and walk away with a GP win? Can Bosch recover any points? It's all coming up in Moto 3. The race is on, and Jeremy and Mikael Poré are joined by Koch Hansen as they shoot for the whole shot. At the split section, Jeremy Poré and Koch Hansen take the outside, and Mikael Poré and O'Hara take the inside. Meanwhile, Quinten Bosch is making up ground at the back and overtakes several riders in quick succession. As they emerge from the split, it's Mikael Poré in the lead with Jeremy Poré in second and Toshi O'Hara in third. Koch Hansen is fourth and Kevin Ryder in fifth, and Soshi Sato is sixth. But to everyone's surprise, it's Bosch who has made the most progress. Starting from the very back, the Belgian rider has made it all the way up to 8th position. On the following lap, Jeremy Poré and Toshi O'Hara take opposing sections of the split, and as they merge back, it's O'Hara that's moved up to 2nd position. On the following section, it's now Koch Hansen's turn to make his move, and he too manages to overtake Jeremy Poré and move up into 3rd. Kevin Ryder is chasing Poré in 4th, but it's Quinten Bosch that seems to keep improving as he's now 6th and giving chase. The Belgian rider is unstoppable, as on the following lap he seems to find a new gear, overtaking Kevin Ryder into 5th. Bosch is putting on a masterclass. Toward the end of lap 3 at the parallel section, it's Toshi O'Hara that's now on the attack, and the Japanese rider outmaneuvers Mikael Poré to take the race lead. In the same section, Bosch continues his thunderous run and now takes 4th position from Frenchman Jeremy Poré. And Bosch is not done, as on the 5th lap, he exits the split section well and is side by side with Koch Hansen and makes his move on the outside to claim 3rd. Sensational riding from the Belgian ace. And again, he doesn't stop. Bosch now passes Mikael Poré on the following lap to claim 2nd position, and now he sets his sights on leader Toshi O'Hara. Unbelievably, it doesn't take long, as on the next lap, Quinten Bosch emerges from the split as the leader. He has gone from the very back of the race to lead Moto 3. Can anyone challenge him, or will he pull off this amazing win? But that's it, the checkered flag is out, and Quinten Bosch wins Moto 3 in sensational fashion. Toshi O'Hara is 2nd, and Mikael Poré 3rd. Oliver Koch Hansen comes in 4th.
I think this was the best race of my life. I always worked for all these years to be the best, and I think I'm the best. That's it.
The overall GP results are as follows. Mikael Poré wins the Regione Sardegna Grand Prix of Italy, with Oliver Koch Hansen coming in 2nd and Toshi O'Hara in 3rd. Mikael Poré celebrates his win with Tenute Gregu by the seaside and takes a quick dip in the cool waters of Olbia Harbor.
Pretty cool moto. Honestly, it's crazy because Olbia, it's one of the biggest races ever, and then split was perfect, so I win because I was better. Of course, Quinton was faster than us, but he had a mechanical issue, so it's crazy, crazy. Happy to win.
So here's a look at the driver's standings after round 2. Oliver Koch-Hansen is in the lead with 128 points, followed by Jeremy Porret in second place with 117 points, and Toshi Ohara in third with 95 points. That concludes our coverage of the Regione Sardegna Grand Prix of Italy. See you in Doha, Qatar for the final round of UIM-ABP Aquabike World Championship.